Crude oil is a mixture of a very large number of compounds. Figure 4 shows us a laboratory equipment to separate crude oil. Complete the sentence. The name for compounds that contain only hydrogen and carbon is hydrocarbon. Use the correct word from the box to complete each sentence. Okay, the process of separating crude oil is fractional. Come on, guys, distillation. Okay, the process taking place in A is evaporation. Yeah, because you're heating it, it's causing it to evaporate. What's taking place at B? Cool water. It's condensing. Yeah, so it's condensation. Decomposition has got nothing to do with it, and reduction has got nothing to do with it. So there we go. Question 4C. Okay. Look at it. One of the compounds of crude oil is hexane. The displayed structure of hexane is shown in figure 5. Complete the sentences. Each line below the atoms in hexane represents a covalent B-O-N-D, covalent bond. Complete the chemical formula for hexane. Guys, it's here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Okay. We could use the equation, or we could just be simple and do it. So it's remembering the equation is going to be CnH2n plus 2, okay, for an alkane. Okay, that would simply be 2 6s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. Yeah, so let's just check that there. What we're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can count it. If you're not sure, you can use the equation. It does not matter in a question like that. Hexane can be broken down to smaller molecules by a process called cracking. Okay. Small molecules called alkenes are used to make polymers. Name a polymer made from butene. It's going to be poly. You just stick poly on the front. Polybutene. Yeah, it could be anything. Doesn't matter, just stick the poly, as long as it's an ene, polythene, polybutene, polypropene, doesn't really matter, just stick the poly on the front. Okay, 4D part 2. Incinerators are used to burn waste polymers such as plastic bags. One advantage, one disadvantage. Do not tick 2, do make sure you tick the right ones. Okay, what does an incinerator do? One advantage of an incinerator is it releases energy. One disadvantage is carbon dioxide is produced. Done. 10 out of 10. Well done. Question 5. Question 5. Where copper ore has been mined, there are areas of land that contain very low percentages of copper compounds. One way to extract the copper is to grow plants on the land. The plants absorb copper compounds through their roots. The plants are burned to produce copper oxide. The copper oxide produced from plants can be reacted to produce copper or copper sulfate solution, as shown in figure 6. So we take the copper oxide produced from the plants, we add carbon and heat, and we get copper. Or we can add sulfuric acid and get copper sulfate solution. Draw a ring around the correct answer for each of the sentences. Okay. So first question here is copper ores contain enough carbon. Copper ores contain enough copper to make extraction of the metal. Don't want it to be reversible. Not really going to kick it there. It's got to be economical. Okay, using plants to extract metals is called not photosynthesis. That's how plants get their food. Polymerization's got to do with plastic. Must be that. Okay, phyto to do with light and mining. So that's our one. Copper oxide reacts with carbon to produce copper, and hopefully you got that. I'm not even going to go through that one. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, on to 5B. Copper is produced from copper sulfate being displaced using iron or by electrolysis. Complete the word equation. Copper sulfate and iron. It tells you everything you need here. It's saying that it's displaced using iron or by electrolysis. So what that means is sulfur is going to lock onto the iron and give us copper. So we know that copper is what is being produced. Yeah? So we're halfway there. If you ain't got that, you got nothing. And we can't have what we start with. We can't lose anything. What we start with, we end up with. It can just move it around. So we're going to end up with iron sulfate. It does a swapsy, yeah? All right, look at figure 7 here. Figure 7 shows us what we've got going on here is that Electrolysis of copper sulfate solution. Negative electrodes, opposites attract. So that's negative, that's positive. Okay, copper is attracted to the negative electrode because it has a positive charge. Sulfate is collected at the positive electrode because it has a negative charge, and we're doing this in a solution. Why do the copper ions go to the negative electrode? Okay, because copper ions have a positive charge and opposite charges attract. It's probably a bit much, 1 mark, but you know what? Let's not forget to get there. Suggest 2 reasons why copper should not be disposed of in landfill sites. Okay? Well, copper shouldn't be disposed of because it is a limited resource. Okay? We need to recycle. Okay? Copper is expensive. Remember we saw those pipes being, that power station having bits of copper nicked from it. Okay? And also, copper is also toxic. Yeah? So you've got 3 marks there. Take your pick. Alright?